SK are just looking to find something that slots into that. The Cassiopeia, I mean, not terrible against what Heretics have. It's relatively short range, so you can kind of use the miasma to great effect, but I'm not entirely certain. And this is kind of what we're talking about for SK, where it felt like they weren't quite able to get themselves established in the early game last split. And we're seeing it again here where Mickey pays the price as they try and get Vision and River.
I'm going to ask what are the winning lanes. All out's going to be burned again. Wonder's in trouble. He can't lean on the flash this time around. The Pathmaker used the dodge, comes out. The slow Natofo is Trayson. Solo kills Wonder. And that's exactly how you start a split. As Dragon goes down with the only hunt from Ice. He's got no mana, but he's got enough to do the talking with his big old boomerang. As over the wall schemes has found out, Shao goes for a suicide, or at least just decides to go 1-for-1, but his Ice crushes over the wall. Leader comes in to try and get the kill. Way's now flashing onto Yoppa to get the Ezreal back in response. He inspires. Big early start for Heretics, also coming back to live, and 3 grubs now the potential on the menu. Schemes up here to try and take one, but it is also just nice denial against things like Ambessa. It's just nice denial in general. We kind of discussed that.
Showing exactly how Trayson has beaten up Wonder, and now, as we start to get into it, I'm more interested in this war. There could be a potential TP, but SK, get the Dragon.
They do.
No contest. I'm very surprised Heretics didn't commit harder for that.
I guess, yeah, but instead, like, let's see if the topside win is big enough, because I do see at 14 minutes, Trayson is about to pull off first turret as Wonder has run away again. First turret, 13:59, right, would put something on the queue based on armor and MR, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's hold that thought. There's a TP coming in. Trayson now level 12, corners off because Mickey won't even get to play. Up against the wall, it's more like Mickey XDD now as he drops.
You've no control over mid, you're pushed in entirely on top side, and they've now opted into setting Trayson down against Leader to just continue to push.
SK started off.
Yeah, Trayson TP'd into this fight. So they're still looking. Saren in a decent spot. Hasn't been clocked, yes.
It's the angle, though. The Weeding comes out. Schemes decides to flash on in. Going for Ice. The tidal wave is good, but Trayson can run in. He hasn't taken that much damage yet. Leader is tagging a bit, though, so finally Team Heretics getting hit down, but the problem is that Trayson still has half HP to play with into Schemes. Pops out. Petrifying Gauge does nothing. Between worlds, perfectly lined. Heretics, it's a wipe. Even though Wonder gets the back line of the fight, it looks great for now, but as Heretics run down the rest, you see already Dragon went down to them. It's up to Trayson, though. He's getting poked, he's getting hit. Mystic Shot will only get to Sarah in the back line, so Trayson runs out, but in the end, it's a numbers. Why are we backing here? Trayson, come on, man. He's not going to. He's going to reset instead, or rather, Shao.
I think Yoppa and Wonder might have this.
I think they might indeed. All the while, they're getting poked out, and yeah, Yoppa's going to arc once again.
Still, though, SK are in a decent spot here. Wonder has a flank, Leader controlling well in this kind of choke point, so Shao looking for a steal.
Yoppa's doing good as well. His mana bar running a little bit low. Public Execution observers on the right side. You can see Wonder's already started the fight, but here in the main bring of a Petrifying Gaze, maybe even better SK with a chance because Trayson can't get what he needs for space. Way the next target is Leader. Is front to backing this perfectly. A flash, a Vault Breaker from Shao as they disengage, and is meaning less and less because in these fights or in these picks, Heretics are just being caught out, surprised with their pants down, and now losing another turret. Gold is going down.
And what was a 3k gold lead for Trayson is now halved. Like, he has been, Wonder's been able to get a ton of resources, but
face checking, he has GA, but with an Aqua Prison, that's soon to be down, I think, as well. An escape here, necessary as a Vault Breaker out over the wall is good, but SK, a little bit deep. A cease and desist back on him, but Mickey flashes away the Redemption, heals up as well as Skiing. Already sends up the Crescent over the big circle, rather, as Wonder now TP's in, ready for a fight. Public Execution nails down Trayson, and revenge for Wonder in the top lane. He's gonna have to drop a Ward Leader. Started the Dragon, but now he's walking up as well, slowed by the Ocean. Won't matter too much because the Baron is not that quick from Team Heretics. Saren now joins back in with a full health bar.
They don't do this quick at all, the Heretics.
Ice has already been tagged out. I'm worried, Dagger, that SK are going to get a free meal here, but Saren turns it back onto Yoppa, who went into the front line. Saren's doing great damage in this Aurora, bringing them back into the fight. Wonder's been found out over the wall. Public Execution, though, but he's taken no damage. Between worlds is good, but again, where is the damage? Saren running into Shao and then running together into Wonder, but he even has time to hit the turret, and SK have time to walk to the Dragon.
But where's the engage now for Heretics? This is what we've been talking about. When Shao uses that ultimate, there's just nothing left to close that distance, and that's where Leader and Yoppa sit comfortably able to kite this one out. And Heretics know that that one and done is over.
Feel like they need an ice 5-item Sivir in this game. Sheo on mid-wave is hitting it out, but he has to get the Baron stat. Hit the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way too late. Sheo hit the wave, but he should have been hitting the keyboard to get up to this Baron ASAP as they look for a flank here, but enhanced Baron recall. SK trying to get everyone back at once, but then, again, they turn onto Trayson. He's got a great angle, but is he all out? Danger still strikes. SK's Joppa hitting the back line and cease and desist, but they turn. They turn on Sheo, they take him down. Boomerang blade over the wall. Team Heretics need to get in. Ice flashes over the wall, and finally, there's the trigger you're looking for, but it schemes. Runs back in. Wonder trying to survive as long as possible. He finds his mark, dodges. Kites still alive for now until Seren gets max range. 2 versus 2. Trayson is happy it's not against the Cassiopeia, but still long enough, and Joppa will kill the Cassante. He's looking for an arcane shift. Wants to go in. Mystic shot hits. Here we go again with Evan Flow and Tidal Blessing. You know that Joppa's going to have the damage eventually. Seren running for his life. Mystic shot just out of range. SK arcane shift from Joppa. He's hitting everything in. Splashes forward. A good auto as well. Mickey helping him out. Movement speed, arcane shift. And SK kill 4 for the cost of 3.
It's 4 Baron, yeah, which is going to keep these 2 cannon minions alive.
They don't win that. They know they don't. Ice is going to spell shield back in this game 1. Again, best of 3 showing their faces. Why we love them so much is on the hunt. Going to be popped by Ice to start off the fight. Leader on the side, low in mana, but enough to get the job done. Onto Wei and Sheo. He's already cracked their health a little bit here as Joppa stands up and delivers over the wall. No cease and desist. He buffers it. Joppa buffered it. I think it makes the game. Schemes gets Sheo on the back end as well. But public execution for Wonder gets him a bit more than Drake down step. And then Joppa gets to carry the back of the fight with an arcane shift with a kick hit of the wrist as Trayson left here in the middle doing Cassante things, but he too will fall. Joppa buffered it all, and Team Heretics were in without an escape. With a bit of healing and Ocean Soul as well. SK can run this in. Seren versus 4. 10, 15 seconds I now read on Sheo. Ice not up for a while as well. Nexus turrets under threat. Wonder going to zone off Seren so he cannot kill the AD carry. Both of them are going to drop into the dirt, and Wonder going to sacrifice his life while SK find their first game win of 2026 spring.
That mobile carries. So with that, locking down Orianna, muy bueno.
Yep.
The rest of the problem is, well, Nocturne doesn't really care about it. Corki's able to Valkyrie away from it, yeah. And the Alistar is just going to be able to kind of keep people at bay from it. So I like the pivot into the Nautilus. Still gives you almost guaranteed engagement. I like the way Heretics have been playing towards mid lane this game, because we already kind of talked about, like, Orianna, very good in these early stages of bullying out Seren. Now that he's...
Heretics also picked up the first dragon. It's another good early game from them. And once again, they are showing that through their lanes, their allocation and their ability to really play around the map, or maybe Sheo's ability to play around the map, is their strength right now.
Yeah, I think it also is going to take, though, because you've seen the reset come through from Sheo. I imagine that's first item completed for him on reset. There's Triforce.
Mickey flash, pulverized headbutt, but Wei might have a way out. He flashes, dredge line. Shockwave doesn't work out. The damage comes through, but it's already buffered. Shockwave not available for the fight. Wei will be slow to get back to the dragon, and maybe it doesn't matter that Leader's ult was used.
Solid effort from Leader to try and interrupt, but hang
Paranoia,
on.
Even without the ball, gets the flash. Ice gets over the wall, and that definitely seems like an SK dragon to me.
Still though, Mickey caught, no level 6.
Mickey's still not level 6, you're right. It's pretty dangerous. Hail of arrows as well. There's the ulti. First blood over to Ice. And Mickey's been on level 5 for so long, it costs him massively as Trayson takes aggro, has to flash away from Wonder in the top lane. Wonder sticks around to see if he'll come back, but he's got a wave to deal with, while Trayson has a TP to think about.
Yeah, Trayson just wanted to make sure he got that place, but still, Heretics, what should have been them losing out on the dragon with the late reset from Sheo and that near pick on Wei, actually turns out to be the Heretics getting that play. Now Skeens, though, wants to contest. Hex Flash.
It's going to be a beautiful one at that as well. Dredgeline comes in, but now there's no spell shield. Wei, his ulti still available, and he threatens that on the SK jungler.
So Wei doesn't end up committing with the ultimates. Heretics just have...
about Mickey. What do you think about Mickey from versus Dagda as Paranoia comes through? Never mind, ignore that. Flash, decimating smash, there's a kill. No time to talk about Mickey because his Skeens flashes away. SK put themselves on the board.
The jungle, and also the reset needed from Seren to finish off his Hex Deck Blade.
Trayson just spacing out for the decimating smash. I was noticing Wonder was looking up for an ulti up through River, but now the 1v1. Trayson, of course, going to win this with Leandri. This is a dangerous spot for Wonder. Equalizer used, ulti in response, but you'd have to say for Wonder, That's a big tool of Engage now down. As SK hover around the Herald, and Dredgeline starts the fight. It's Way with Mickey finding himself at just a good angle. They get a knock up and Way's close to dying, but as he flashes away, he survives for now. With the rest of the fight being carried on by Team Heretics, Seren now runs on in, and this is good. Really good for Heretics. They lock down the cow once again. Mickey flashes away, but to his onslaught, a two-man shockwave finally used, but it does nothing. He presses R. His R's not up until 10 seconds to go. Shockwave can't be comboed with it. As we're fighting over Dragon, decimating smash, Way puts himself in harm's way. This Dragon at 4K already, Yoppa gets dreaded return and back in, but SK are pretty healthy walking into the fight where Heretics are burning a little bit through the HP bars. Way, half HP. There's the paranoia into Ice in the back line. Dagda, we talked about this. How does Ice get to play the game? Well, he doesn't. Quick answer for you. Is SK winning the fight thoroughly, but Seren trying to bring it back on the back line. Meanwhile, Sheo also helps Trace and get a kill. It looked like Heretics had the fight in spades, but as soon as SK depart from one another, Heretics pick off the pieces.
Yeah, I need to rewatch again how Yoppa died. It looked like Seren just got on top of him, but everyone on SK kind of just abandoned. It looked like the back line to try and follow up on Skeens, which then made it very easy for Seren.
Blue buff's an afterthought. Skeen's going to smite it, but it goes down. Seren is the angle I'm looking at. Paranoia goes in, but as he finds backline, Ice is already away. Range is there, and SK are walking into a trap because Seren bided his time. Shockwave on his head, but it's only one as Wonder does nothing with the decimating smash, and Mickey does nothing again with a cow on the back. Meanwhile, Skeens is dying to a turret after Sheo.
And it still ends up using the fight. But this Orianna build is not doing the job that it needs to on killing off people. And Seren causes his death, but it's just...
Leader, he's dead, Dagda. He's definitely dead here. I mean, Leader has flash, but I think he's dead. Dreaded return still connects. His build, and I remember all the, you know, the Orianna builds. We did have Rod of Ages with scaling builds like Leandri's in the mix with tier builds. Is that one track engage is easy. They're going to find a rumble, but flashes are kept up. Now a Dredgeline on the reverse. Way good engage. He flashes away. His depth charge is up and available. Finds one target. Equalizer down again. Some barriers use some lockets rather. His decimating smash in the front line is nice, and it's looking okay for SK. But Yoppa is cornered in the Dragon Pit. There's a Herald, not a battle one, but as we go over, Seren has just found his way over the wall. Almost kills Yoppa in the back part of it. Sharon now front to backing as Team Heretics use the charge. Ice is like, I don't like these fights anyway. And so a quick hit towards
It's a battle Herald now, though.
He's coming back, okay. Ice is just like, now, let's find a target. No, he's just going to join in the fight. He's already opened up mid. Dragon continues for the soul for Heretics.
But Yoppa reset. He's only making his way out with the Hextech Gate, so this is pure bluff from SK, and Heretics might be about to call it.
Yeah, they are. Seren's got a great angle. Mickey in. It's a one-man shockwave, but Dragon goes down to SK. A small win for now, but the problem is Way's locking down every which way as Seren is cleaning up the backside. Wonder, you think, is attacking his member, but Trayson is stepping over him. He's going to burn him down to a Chris's Josper. Flushes away, but how did he get out of the pit? He's the last man standing with a zombie sign to accompany him. Yoppa stepping in and out. Gatling gun in and out. Phosphorus bomb kited away. Nice mechanics. He will find the Nautilus, but he will lose his life in the process.
This rumble, Trayson is just burning so many people alive. It's just 3 members standing in these flame cones the entire time. And where they've been positioned on the map.
SK thinking about how do we go towards mid and set ourselves up for a Baron contest, but Way with the dredge line in. Shockwave finally lands on the Trayson. Big target with a big one. Laid him back. SK, big opportunity in this game now. And the damage coming out from Yoppa is helping them out, but Yoppa went into melee range. He gets punched for it as Seren darts in, darts out, but the dreaded return, even better, and Sheo now just won't die. He refuses to not exist in this game. To get into position to try and set this one up as a bait. You can see SK are willing to challenge, but Mickey, as he goes for an engage, is going to be direct line in. They're calling the bluff yet again. Shuriken flip taken here. Trample about to run through Mickey. I don't know what he's doing because there is no Corky here. SK fighting.
But it's just too little too late, it feels like. Heretics have such a stranglehold here.
Seren doesn't have the ulti, otherwise this could be a bit of a pinch, but it's just to push them off while Dragon, or rather Baron, is going down. And a turret to go through with it as for the trade. Heretics going to pick up this Baron. A cancel almost there from Seren with a Shuriken flip. And 5 Barons on Summoner's Rift here as Heretics
wrap through this bottom side and find their last fight.
Coming in through linearly, all in one line. The poke is good though. Skin's going to take the shield. He's got the ball on. Shockwave over. Ice flashes it though, and Now you got two big ultis down. Hexgate used by Schemes, but he's going to be able to fight as Seren takes him with the public, or rather perfect execution. Down goes the Nocturne. Hextech Drake with it as well. Heretics have the soul, and now the pieces are falling together. Ulti over the wall. Cher won't get a mark, but he still dreads the return. Over, he finds even more SK meat to bite into, and that cow, free range no longer. To the house he goes as Ice picks him up and makes this a game 3.
Leaders TP, the only reason that wasn't a clean ace. But Heretics going to start their march down through this bottom side. I don't think they'll end just here, but they will actually find Leader, it looks like.
Way gets right in front of his face, and Seren's here to make this an easy kill. Leader, it's been an okay game, but okay is not good enough here when Heretics are firing on all cylinders.
What do you do? I think they're already sitting in the pit. And Amici gets onto Skeens and...
Oh, that's not a good Hexgate. Mickey, he's just dead. He got one shot. Very ambitious. I guess he wants to go now.
Yeah.
Mickey's died.
Yeah, that was not it.
Ice cold. The jokes keep coming. Thank you for that. That was just the one and done.
It's Heretics have every single game thus far being in a commanding position from the early game.
Yeah.
And obviously game 1, they just misplayed on how they played the map. But this has been a bit stompy, especially in game number 2.
Paranoia. Okay, they're going to go for Trayson, but he goes golden.
They didn't ult.
There was no shockwave here. Yeah, Leader still has it. He's going to pop it in, does a bit of damage. It's nice, but Equalizer down. Leader can't walk away. Dredgeline blocked by Mickey. The poke from Ice, then Dredgeline, or rather the depth charge. Leader was burning down. He's not going to be alive, and Team Heretics managed to lose their support in the meantime, so it is a small win for SK. Many regions has been. It's not over till the Nexus falls. And we've known that for a while, but we need to see this final fight. Is Equalizer going to start us off? Underneath turret, there's a lot of danger here for Wanderers. He's isolated, but the shockwave comes in. It's only a 1, maybe 1.5 man, but going golden. Trayson's buying some time. One is still in the firing line. Dredgeline brings him back in line, and now there's trouble as Sheo runs in with a GA at his disposal. Seren finds Yoppa, and this game is sure as over as it could be. Wonder back in the dirt, and Team Heretics have all 5 to run into this Nexus and show us how it's done.
It's a clean ace on the terror dive for Heretics. I mean, this game has just felt over for a long out while. It's just Heretics finishing it off now.
They finally get through their early game. They make it look good throughout.
I think that's why the Narc sets up well for it, because you outrange with the cannon. And then you can try and play for still having an AP threat in that top side. So I think you kind of played into the hands of us a little bit with Heretics taking the Nar.
Potential dive. What are we going to find here? Shea's timing, more important. Ice is back
still tough though. You've got heal, shields on Milio as well. Yoppa taking a lot of damage though.
All the root flashed away from now. Yoppa has no health, no flash, and no way to get out from Shadow to run in at melee. Arctic Assault with the Winter's Flail. How easy is it going to be? Yoppa is dead. First blood. There's the Assault. Mickey down next, and Aftershock helps out with a flash. As Shadow again looking to Ishtal him into the wall, but hasn't started just yet. The wave's getting pushed in. SK making a 4-man dive with Leader on the wing. He gets slowed down, but now Shadow's here to make him sing. Skeens just gets pummeled in. Leader jumps back to the living Shadow, but he's getting autoed to death. He flashes away, but the flash from Ice gets over the slow, and he's got Leader in his eyesight. The missile comes in from Way, and a double beat drop gets a set mark, so he didn't have an extra living Shadow to go back to.
Oh, Wonder, no.
And Wonder's now going to make it 5, I think, depending on if he can get a trade here, sending out the Solar Snare needed, rebuttal, but instead, it's into the dirt for Wonder. The kill. Well, whether it's around Dragon or the Grub contest, we'll see, but Shado's going to make a play, setting up top, the Nar ulti in, gets Wonder's flash, but he's slowed down by a giant house. Glacial Prison will get the slow, but not the stun, but Permafrost is coming in any moment. Before it does, though, Trayson takes down Wonder again, and here's Mickey for a response play. He sees Way, who doesn't have flash available, who's cornered up. Finally, something here for SK, as the Seraphim will glide out, but not to any kind of success. First kill over to SK, and it goes to Yoppa.
Way trying to see if he needed to cover towards that mid lane, ends up getting caught out himself. Skeens utilizing the fact he could come through that wall very effectively with Mickey spotting out the enemy support. Maybe now a dive potential here for Sheo.
But look, he's always here. There's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow before Skeens can even put out the Impale. He's going to get over the wall, but no flashed into. Sheo stops him, sends out the Winter's Flail again, and it's Wonder.
You're not carrying yourself to safety. And at this stage, Heretics, again, like, oh, Leader.
Nice. Hang on, Golden Eclipse, Exhaust is out there as well. There's the death mark, but Leader is walking into yet another rebuttal. Seren solo kill. And
we see it here. Like, Wei was trying to see if he had to move across to cover, but just gets caught out by SK. I think this was a mistake. He didn't need to be there. Like, safety under your tower was completely fine and gives one back. But it's the follow-up where SK feel like they need to find more. As Wonder.
Racing again. Oh no, Heretics. Oh, they're happy with their top laner. Tracing absolutely.
In a wave and a half, it'd be back up and available, which is kind of just perfect then for Heretics to make another play, because at the moment they're just looking towards this top side. This is just going from bad to worse for SK.
This, by the way, is the update. This is where we wanted to be. This is both games together. And while Trayson, obviously in that game one, kind of got out-team fought by Wonder, today in lane, and the majority of both these games, and now game 3 as well, Trayson really has been stepping up to the plate. So, again, a highlight that they can contest this next objective, but outside of bot right now, what do they have? Well, maybe they have a kill onto Ice, but the setup with the Glacial Prison is great. And now the Encore as well means there's no follow-up. Skeens gets no follow-up. Double down for the beat drop, a full team fight. As now it's Wonder with the ulti, but Shao, he's not dying. Shao refuses to drop, while Ice at full HP gets a player front to back.
The gates and walls still stand. Heretics refuse to fall. And it was a great turnaround. Like,
remember, BDS Shao, really good facilitator. He can take control of games, but he's really good at setting up his team. And now, once again, look, the interrupt is there. Ice gets slow, though, as Yoppa has an angle, and he finds him with an Arclight to ruin his way, his next target. But on the way out, it is a 1 for 2. Meanwhile, Shao's ready to continue to fight. His leader's going to join on in, but with the TP, that's going to make double trouble here for Team Heretics. Make it a third with the roam down from Seren, the hop from Trayson, the Meganar about to begin, the house thrown down, the wave on the way in, and Skeens on the way out.
Yoppa using that item spike well on the Yunara, getting a ton of damage down and actually picks off Ice. But unfortunately, it ends up being a lot taken back there by SK on the way, by Heretic Shao. And at this stage, it's just a, oh, hang on.
Wonder's caught out. Seren not going to find anything here. There's the ulti from Wei, but he might be taken down. Golden Eclipse, however, saves the day. Actually, not even used. That was just Seren, what Heretics could do. But here today, great start to the split. It's really ramped up in the series as Herald's going to go down as well. Quick side note, Seren did steal the scuttle. That's why it's red away before Skeens. I will say, I'm waiting for Leader to do something. Looking for Ice, especially without Flash. Skeens going to send it in. And Janikrov's arrow hovers in. Glacial Prison on top as well. Skeens at half HP. A great solar snare as the Encore lines through SK. But it is, after all, an Eclipse that burns. That's why the Zed was ambitious. But so far hasn't done too much as Wonder's right against the wall. He'll be slowed down. Trayson about to run out of Mega. He gets the stun. Mega there now at the end of the channel. And with the house into Wonder yet again, the stun might come through, but how easy is that? Trayson with solo kill, number 3 this series. He's got more than enough. Nucko, as Way's being chased down. Skeens will get his flash out. The Seraphine a long way from home. Flashed up for the Impale. And Skeens will help SK get the kill over to Yoppa. That's great, but you have to look at what's being lost on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Wei kind of feels like the consolation prize in some of these plays for SK. Yes, they get one, but you're still losing on the bottom side. You're losing the tower. Shao shouldn't get caught there. He goes over the wall. But still, like, Trayson's massive.
Oh, yeah.
Mid lane's massive. Like, the fact that the shining light is that Ice is under 1,000 gold lead does not bode well.
Does not, and Leader going to get ulted up, slowed down now. Living Shadow's there, but can he even move on to Seren once again? A Golden Eclipse for
what they're capable of, but that's just not happening. It still feels a bit lifeless here for SK.
Dagda, I was pretty expressive.
The name was, I was hoping to bypass that by saying you can find it on YouTube.
LEC Podcast is the name, I think, but Odo, Jack, what do you guys feel like SK? They're foregoing this, like a lot of the game so far has been foregone. Skeen's going to get arrowed. The
I
arrow
thought it was going to steal
it. Yeah. It was pretty close, but Ice has enabled the Dragon to be done.
It feels like only a matter of time now until these outer towers start to fall and the pressure only gets deeper for SK.
In multiple lanes, I mean, Trayson as well, he can't really be matched by anyone. Leader was there absorbing the wave while the rest of SK, they're just going to have to lose out of this inner turret. There's the approach, Seren sets up. Wonder kites back. SK looking for a play, because what else can they do? But Skeens falls short. There's the shield coming through from Wayne, from everyone, but Trayson is soloing mid lane turret. It's his push and pull that's just so easily done. And Trayson managing the game by himself.
Seren interrupted.
Seren is going to be interrupted and he will die. It's nice gold over to Yoppa.
So at least that's something. Still though, Trayson trying to collapse here with the rest of SK.
Arrow narrowly misses, but the Glacial Prison does not. For Wonder, the danger is now how the rest of the fight goes, because Sheo takes a while to die, but Yoppa managing to get through the thick skin as the Impale's going to help out as well. Sheo flashes away. Is he dead? The flash forward. Yoppa in the whole team. A bit over-ambitious there from the... Involved in a fight. There's a quicker way to end this game, isn't it? Heretics 24 minutes in. Hello. Wonder found Solar Snare. Oh my god. Well, Seren Nathan, who was like a counter matchup from memory.
It was, yeah. You're doing well with this one.
I don't know why I'm remembering it.
I mean, it was pretty impressive.
Old men remember old men, I guess. Seren's just going to walk into base. SK don't have a top lane for 15 seconds. No slicing Maelstrom to help out whatever fight he can pull together. And inhib now opens up. Should be taken down by Heretics as Leader tries to find an angle. The Zed that hasn't really done anything in this game. Looking to defend, but again, does nothing. So SK just I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. What do I notice here is teleport on Mickey's head. He's going to take the blast cone and get Trayson out of there, who had Mega Gnar, but Yoppa is too deep. Not a wall to be found, but he runs into, once again, another potential eclipse. But Solar Snare does the job. Team Heretics, they don't even go to Baron. There's no Baron up. They were just in topside.
It's the Dragon they could go for, but I think they just know they can end.
It just seems like such an easy game for them.
But again, this is sick from Heretics.
It is very
this
good.
was a team that, you know, we kind of looked at in game one going, okay, we're still seeing a lot of the same issues with them not being able to control the mid game. Game 2 and game 3, way more secure for them.
Oh, yeah. You said last time around, SK were the ones that took them in the best of one. Well, when it goes the distance, Heretics show us that their adaptation to draft is so much better as SK on their last legs. The final Nexus turret now stands as Trayson looks for an angle, misses the ulti, but there's so much more damage as, again, that Solar Snare going a little bit wide. SK lucky to be alive, but if they get hit as, once again, SK send their jungler in, then they're in trouble. Skeens impale onto Sheo, but do they have the damage to kill him? Half HP with an on-call running through. Sheo's still alive. And there's Wonder. Ulti, but he's about to die. Okay, once more an eclipse. And Team Heretics still have 5 members alive, Dagda.
Yeah, Heretics managing to just barely get away from that. It ended up a little sloppy, but it'll be a Nexus turret taken, a Dragon to boost, and I think with 45 seconds until that Baron, I know exactly where they're going next.
Well, the Breath of Life was using that play just to give them a little bit of oomph. It really does nothing, doesn't it? And you have to kind of ask yourself, what is going to be the state of SK during this split? Because this game, it seems like there's remnants of what we were talking about in versus. There's individual members there with some skill, but like it looks very sloppy as a rebuttal there from Seren. Just gives a nice shuriken all the way back to the cannon. Now,
I do think though, for guys like Yoppa, I think he has kind of shown that he is actually quite talented.
Oh, yeah,
and it's difficult for an AD carry when you're on a team like this that you're not really getting your moment to shine. But he is always fishing for using the spikes that he has, especially on a champion like Lunara, which is kind of what you need to do.
Well, many more series to be shown. Many more moments for Yoppa to try and step up to the plate. As now it's his final moment in the sun. If Leader gets caught, he is dead. All it takes is one of those snares. And he won't even get to play the game, much like he's so far not been able to play at all. SK trying to defend this turret with their life, but all they can do is stand in front of the Nexus turret, the last one remaining after one was taken before, and hope and pray they've got something left in the tank. An arrow gets thrown out, I believe, yes, by Ice onto Skeens. It's absorbed. Team Heretics are slowly trying to whittle away. Skeens is kiting away as there's actually pretty good damage from SK. They're able to deal with the wave for now. Heretics are not over pushing. They're very slowly trying to get in, get a pick, but they can't really get through the health bar of Skeens without launching everything at him.
Yeah, double super minions are on the way though, both in mid and bot lane. So once they hit, you can already see the pings going onto the bottom wave. They know that that's their moment. So Heretics playing it slow until that arrives.
Remember, there is an exhaust for the cannon, but maybe will we see a Breath of Light comes in. SK, their healing is there. Cozy Campfire's doing a good job. Leader is always threatening the side. He does no damage to Sheo, but we might see with some of the other carries. It's an 11k gold lead. Triple inhibitor will be falling down. It is a slow burn to get towards the end of this game, but a Soul Slayer connects and the Encore finally runs through with a double beat drop. The first member, the first body is going to be the Milio. Next is on to Wonder, a good impale, and somehow SK are actually doing work. Leader gets his first kill and then contribution to the game. Share has to run away, but the game will go on unless Skeens dies, which Trayson needs one auto to achieve. Baron pushing into the base, and I cannot believe that SK got so close to getting an ace, but in the end, too far behind, too long gone, and Team Heretics will win their first series of spring.
It was a close